Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Vibecraft. Now you guys can probably already tell by Branzy's video that he already announced that we have named the server officially the Vibecraft server because we're all about the cool vibes over in this server. Yeah, the cool vibes, cool beats, cool tunes. It's a cool place to be. So we kind of got a gist going on there, but without further ado, since I was a little behind the ball on announcing that, let us start by adding in another building. And I wanted to go over here, and this I labeled out as an inn. You know, it's gonna be like our cool little inn. And I'm thinking we should start building right now. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, but that's never a problem because we can always squiddle, swaddle, and break a sweat. Now this build is going to be a little different from other builds that we're doing in the series. I'm actually going to be doing a freestyle in this build to show you that it is possible to make these builds on the fly. But the first thing that we always are going to have to do is get started off with our land. So you're going to see here that I laid out a flat area of grass blocks. And then I started adding in some stripped spruce logs to actually get sort of a layout of the shape that I wanted to have. I want to have some sort of an L shape to our house, and I'm really happy with the way the framework came out. And as always, I'm a really big fan of getting the curvature of the roof up next so I can get a better picture of how this house is going to look when it's finished before we actually go and spend a lot of time trying to perfect this build. Another pro building tip is definitely creating a foundation. A sense of a strong foundation on a house gives a really immersive effect when you're looking at it inside your Minecraft world. Now you're going to notice that I've been playing around with a few other blocks inside of my palette and switching between stuff like the stripped oak and birch logs when it came to the walls that created this build. I ended up settling with the birch because it actually stays in theme with the other house that's on the hill that we've seen in episode 1. Sticking in theme with the rest of the houses, of course we are going to be adding in our beautiful, beautiful warped planks, which give off that beautiful teal vibe, and it's going to help create a sense of commonality between this house and the rest inside the village. Now this part of the roof is looking extremely bland, so to create a little extra interest and break up the roof a little bit more, I'm adding in this very large dormer right here, and it's going to act as a 2-window dormer, and maybe this will be some nice luxurious rooms that the inn will hold for some really high valued guests. The last thing I want to add in is a nice little attachment on the side of the inn for some horses. It's going to act as a little horse stay, where the horses can rest after the riders come on in after a long day's journey, and they can rest their horses there and take a beautiful stay by the campfire. I'm going through and adding in some crimson fences and then covering the entire area using World Edit to create some grass paths and mixing up some podzol to give it a little more of a roughage look. So as you could probably tell from that time lapse, I hit a builder's block, and it's okay to hit builder's blocks because that tends to happen whenever you're freestyling a build like I did here. And there's a lot of different aspects here that I want to improve upon, such as the fact that some of these windows are missing. It's very plain and there's not a whole lot going on for this. I want to add in some vegetation, a little porch right here, but I think we're going to try and get to that a little bit later in the episode and kind of give ourselves a quick breather so we can come back feeling more refreshed. But if we come over here to the blacksmith's house that we created last episode, you're going to notice this sort of beaten down path that comes into our little entryway. And I added this off camera and I started to smooth out some of the terrain so it kind of makes sense for when we start creating paths. And if we come over here, I've done a little bit more terraforming to let this backyard basement access port, whatever we called that thing, just allowing it to sort of flow into the landscape a little better. And now for the bread and butter. This is also, while it doubles as a parkour course, this is another beaten down path through the use of trapdoors, grass paths, and all this coarse dirt, just adding in extra blocks to really give this build a little more interest. And I've added these little lanterns to help guide you along the path when it turns night to this little miniature well, as well as a beachside smithing station. And I'm going to be doing a brief little tutorial for this exact well on my Instagram channel, which you can find in the link in the description below. As for this well, I personally didn't design it, but I added a couple extra modifications to it from an image I found on Google Images. And I really like the way the grindstone links up with the chains, and it kind of looks like this whole thing is actually able to be cranked, so you can actually reel up and down the bucket of water that may be going down into the well. And I'll be posting a tutorial on how to do this in my Instagram, link in description. And if I can also figure out who made the original design of this, I will link them down in the description below. But let's go check in with Branzy and see if he's got any thoughts as to how we can tackle our little builder's block that's right behind me. Ladies and gentlemen, please be warned, if this man comes to you offering to actually take out a mint from your mouth, do not be fooled, because this man is the Tooth Fairy's evil counterpart. I'm gonna say we'll start doing the recording bit after I finish getting this mint out of my mouth.
Let me grab it. Hold on. Let me just grab it out.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, hold still.
Yeah,
there it is. Got it?
No, that was my tooth. You gotta get the other white mint.
Oh god, I'll go. Hold on, let me get the tooth back. 1 second.
Oh, you huck it?
Yeah, sorry. Okay, I got it. Here, hold still.
All right.
Oh god. Oh.
Ow.
Oh, that's a little crooked. I'm sorry. Okay. So we're working with an inn. I like your horse stable. I like this a lot. Good idea. You know, they need places to park. I think. Okay, let's look at it this way. When you walk into an inn, right? Like when you go to an inn, you know, in your real life, an inn. What is one of the first things that you need? Like, what's the first thing you do?
Open the door.
Good. Second thing.
Walk
Cross the threshold.
I was gonna say.
Now we're on to step number 3. Close the door. And number 4.
Check in.
That's right. You check in.
Oh, thank goodness. I was never gonna get there. Woo!
So you have to have like a place to check in. Now, are you going to be putting interiors to these, or are you sticking to the exterior?
So my interior skills sort of tend to go hand in hand with a frail, broken piece of china that got smashed across the floor because the bull ran it over 16 times, and I kept trampling on it because it knows that it's worthless. So yeah, my interior skills could use a little bit of work.
You keep getting closer to me, and it's scary.
Sorry.
Like it's like you're trying to nibble on my toes, just like a little bit, you know. Oof. Oh god.
Well, they have a good aroma to them. What are you putting them? Basil?
Please.
Basil? Is it Italian seasoning? I smell Italian.
So if you have a lobby, in every lobby that I've been to, that's, you know, of this kind of a stature, this high, you know, clearly very expensive, high society style place.
A Holiday Inn.
They have, right, or a Best Western, whatever. They have a fireplace, like a grand fireplace.
Oh.
So you're gonna need a chimney, I think, and you could build right here, like kind of like a whole place where a chimney would be, or a fireplace on the outside that goes, and then make it all.
Okay, but we could have like a little like outdoor patio here, so it's a dual acting fireplace.
So now you have your fire pit. How about, now hear me out, this is crazy idea.
Yes. I'm gonna just say,
what if on this large face right here,
large face,
a balcony? Just like a small thing, just to kind of walk out from the top, like a community like balcony. Dual purpose.
All right, Branzy, I'm gonna level with you. I got a little proposal. First, I'm gonna ask you actually one favor. Do not look in either of the houses that are already built. I'm just gonna.
I went inside that one.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez. No, it's over.
Okay.
The whole thing's a facade.
But
this thing.
my mom told me that honesty would always lead the way to friendship. Why are you not accepting my friendship? Come back to me. She said you have to be my friend now. You are my honest friend. It's how honesty and friendship work. Be friends.
This is a weird marriage, but I like it. Could I recruit you to do the inside of this and see your work? And in return, first name your price.
I mean, like, what do you give someone on a creative server? Like, what's our exchange?
Okay. Give me like two seconds, will you, Sugar Plum?
That's what I'm here for.
Let me just craft up the item of gods. Pick it up.
Okay, so
pick it up.
So for me to do the interior of your house, you give me a piece of paper?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a great decision that you've made. Yes.
You've gotten an accent and it's
Yes.
freaking me out, friend. Well, guys, I think Branzy gave us some really good insight as to how we can further this little inn that we're making, this village inn. So without further ado, I think we should once again start and squiddle, squaddle, and break a sweat. Oh my goodness, I am so surprised at how much I love this design. I really love the overgrown look that we're going with this inn, because I always think of like a nice little Vermont inn where you kind of get that heavy, lush, and vegetated feeling that kind of like envelops and encompasses the entire inn, so to speak. And I'm really loving this little, horses stop right here. It adds a level of functionality to the build, but as well as aesthetic appeal. And while Branzy's tinkering away, being as busy as a bee, I just wanted to actually talk about something that we've mentioned previously in some community posts. And since this is a business matter, let us head over to our business area of operations so we can discuss these business matters. So if you guys have been following me on Instagram or have been keeping up with my community posts, I'm doing this little shout out where every Vibecraft episode, we're going to shout out a lovely winner who shares one of my posts on my Instagram. All you have to do is follow my Instagram, link in description, and you can be participating in this beautiful occasion. And today, I want to talk about someone that actually works with homes in real life. Is my mouth closed? Yes, it is. And today's shout out is going to go to @SoldByWin. Now, Sold by Win is run by Josh Wynn, who is a real estate agent and has some pretty funny stuff on his TikTok and some pretty motivational stuff as well on Instagram and Facebook. So go and give him a follow because this guy is seriously, I checked him out. He's a really stand-up guy, very honest and wants the best for you. So if you know someone that wants a house or is looking to get a house in real life and not Minecraft, then go hit him up. But ladies and gentlemen, that is all I have time for today. So until the next one, don't forget to squiddle, squaddle, and subscribe.